Hi, I'm Rick. I am with the Career Center, which is part of the East Baton Rouge Public Library, and today we want to show you how to submit an application for a position with the East Baton Rouge City-Parish. So thank you for watching. And now we're going to shift to just showing website. And the first thing you do after opening up a web browser is you go to brla.gov. This is the City-Parish website, and there's an easy way and a faster way to do this. So we can scroll down by clicking on the bar or using the mouse wheel, go to Jobs. Then you want to click on Public Job Openings, which brings us to a list of jobs that are being advertised by the City-Parish system. The first important point is job openings are posted only from Friday to Thursday for 1 week. So if you see a job on this list that you're interested in, you need to get your application in by Thursday or else it goes off the website. They will continue to look at candidates, interview, and so forth, but you can no longer apply for that job. This is a change that they made in just the last couple of years. So you have a 1 week window. Now, we could do like a generic application, create your online application, but we want to show you what it's like to apply for a real position. Senior Clerical Specialist, that's a good example. It also says that there is a written exam required. Many jobs with the City-Parish system, in addition to your application, there is also a written exam. And this part can be confusing. The way their system works is first you get in your application and then they contact you about the exam, but you've got to get the application in first. So let's go ahead and do that. Apply. Let's assume that you have never applied for a job with the City-Parish. So rather than you don't already have an account, we're going to create a new account. And we have in mind a fictitious person who is Jane Q. Public. And Jane Q. Public's email address. This is the address. And this is what is called a Captcha. A lot of websites have things like this, which is basically to make sure that you are a human being, you're not a robot, you're not a little program that surfs the web and does things. They do exist, but don't skip this or else the website is going to complain with you. Sometimes people miss this part and then they wonder why they cannot advance to the next screen. It's a little on the slow, there we go. Now, when you first create an account with the City-Parish website, they give you a PIN, which is a 5-digit number. It is imperative that you write this down, save it, do not lose or forget it. After you submit your application, there is a way to get it back. In fact, I think you can get it back without submitting an application, but it's important and you can't set it yourself. They give it to you. So continue. All right. Here's the instructions, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the first point is important, which is this application is considered a test and will be graded. For positions requiring a written exam, the application is graded only after passing the written exam. Basically, whether the position requires an exam or not, the application is a test and will be graded. So how you fill out the application is important. You want good spelling, good punctuation, and good writing. This part is also important, is any of the fields in the application, you know, those little boxes that you click in and you put in information, if there's a red asterisk, you have to provide an answer. You have to provide information. If you don't, the website will complain at you and say, hey, you forgot, you need to fix this. So look for the red stars. If something doesn't have a red star, you don't have to answer, although you might choose to because it might be helpful. And when you're done, you have to click on Submit Application. All right, let's get started. All right, we have created a fictitious Jane Q public. Prior last name, did you get married and change your name? Not a City-Parish. And another trick, I explained how you can just use tab to advance, or you can use the mouse to click in each of the boxes. I like to use tab because it's fast and easy. Mailing address has a red star, so it's required. Is that Baton Rouge, East Baton Rouge Parish? Yes. Zip code, state. Now, you see how there's a little down arrow? This is called a drop-down menu. And some patrons get confused by this. They try to enter the information, but that's not how this works. A drop-down menu, you click on the arrow, and you get a list of choices. Unfortunately, the software that we're using to record this doesn't show the drop-down menu. Just trust me that there's a list of states, and you can use your mouse to navigate the list, and we want to pick Louisiana. Home number. Got rid of the landline, so the home number and cell number are the same. Cell phone text app. Do you want to get notifications from the City-Parish website regarding your application? Yeah. Emergency phone. Let's say that I have a family member that we can call an emergency, so I put in that person's. If you're a veteran, select yes, disabled veteran if applicable. Again, you cannot see the drop-down menu, but it says disabled veteran or yes. I'm not a veteran. Check the box if you're eligible to work in the United States. Basically, you're a citizen, you have a green card. Basically, you can work in the United States legally according to immigration laws. Yeah. Are you a candidate for elective public office? Nope. Are you a current City-Parish employee? No. If you are, then you get a drop-down menu, which unfortunately isn't showing. And I could pick on something like, yeah, actually I work at the library and I'm applying for a different position. Oops, I want to get rid of this. Former City-Parish employee. Nope. When did you last work? If you click in the box, you get this calendar menu. That confuses people sometimes. You can either type in the date, but it has to be a specific format, or you use mouse clicks to change the date. Again, the drop-down menu doesn't show. Just trust me that it's there. Do you have anybody who works for the City-Parish? Nope. If you do, you can put them down. Next section. All right, work history. This is important, and we want to do a good job on this. All right, Jane Q. Public was an office manager. That's the most recent position. When did you do this? We're going to say that it was December 2015. I can't remember the date, but it wants a date. So we're going to just throw in the 15th, 2015. All right. You notice that although it's not very clear, it shows you what the date format is if you type in the date yourself. It has to be number, number, slash, number, number, slash, number, 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 number. I still work there. So 12/31/9999, which is a long ways off. That was 40 hours a week. Who did I work for? I worked for Baton and Sons Construction. Street address. I don't know the street address. There's no red star, so I can skip that. Which city? You should provide this if you can. City and state. That way, if they want to contact the person, even if you don't know the number or street address, they can usually figure it out. Employer phone number. There's no red star. I don't have the number, so I can skip this. Who is my immediate supervisor? Can't remember. Was it paid job or volunteer? It was paid. This is an important point that sometimes patrons wonder, well, I did a lot of volunteer work. That doesn't go on my resume. Well, actually it can. You can indicate that you did volunteer work for a particular group or organization, especially if it's going to help you get an interview with that job. That's the purpose of a resume. What will get me a job interview? Why did I leave? I haven't left. Can you contact this person? Yeah, sure. And what did I do? Now, this is where you can type manually all of the things that you do for this job. That will take a while, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and use my resume, which is on this computer, do a copy and paste, copy, whoops, paste. There we go. Paste it from my resume, save some typing time. Add another. We're going to add one other job. This may help you get a job interview. Add another. So they want some information about this other job that I had before I worked for Boudreaux and Sons Construction. I was an office project management assistant. That was from November 15th, 2011 to November 15th. I don't know if it was the 15th, I'm just guessing. 2015, 40 hours a week. That was Bayou Industries. Street address, I don't know. City, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What's their phone number? I don't know. There's no star, so I'll skip this. Name of supervisor, can't remember. Was it paid or volunteer? It was paid. Why did you leave? This is something you want to be a little bit careful about. You don't want to put a negative reason, and you also don't want to put something like, I wanted more money, or the job was stressful. You don't want to put anything that sounds negative or could be interpreted as a negative reason. We're going to say, had a new opportunity. Can you contact this person? Yep. Job duties. Once again, instead of taking the time to type all that manually, I'm going to copy and paste from my resume. Next section. Ooh, please correct the errors on this page before continuing. This is a minor glitch with the City-Parish website, their job application part. Now there's a red star for employee telephone. Wait, I thought you didn't have to have, they didn't need the phone number for the person I worked for. But only after you try to hit submit, it says, hey, you forgot to do this. All right, so you do want to know the number. These are the kinds of things you want to take the time to find before. And that's going to be true down here too. So you do want to know the phone number. All right. Now they're happy. Elementary and high school. What's the highest grade you finished? Well, I finished high school. If you didn't finish high school, you could put grade 11, grade 10. You can't see the drop-down menu. Just trust me, it's there. Grade 12. High school diploma equivalent? Yes. What's the name of the high school? We're going to say Baton Rouge High. Did I take biology? Yes. Bookkeeping? No. Votech College or University Education, college or university name. Again, you cannot see the drop-down menu. It's huge because it includes vocational schools, colleges, and universities throughout the United States. It's a long list. But I went to Louisiana State University. Jane Q. Public did. And here we go. Louisiana State University. It's actually, you actually can't type this in. You have to pick it from the list. So if your school's not on the list, that's going to be challenging. I earned a bachelor's degree. You can't see the drop-down menu. It's there. Degree major. Well, I majored in business, and the drop-down menu gives me choices of business administration, education, or management. We're going to go with business management. How many credit hours? A lot of people don't know this. You can leave it blank. It doesn't have a red star. Typically, a bachelor's degree is somewhere between 120 to 130 credit hours. We're going to say 120. Education comments. This could be where you, if you graduated with honors, cum laude. Languages and professional skills. If bilingual, select languages spoken fluently. Well, I took a lot of French. I took 1 year of Spanish in high school, but I'm not fluent, so I'm going to leave these blank. If you speak one of these languages fluently or close to fluently, that's a huge plus. They also want to know about what licenses and credentials you have. For example, do you have a valid driver's license or chauffeur's license? Yeah. Do you have a Class A? No, I'm not a truck driver, not a truck driver, not a truck driver. And then certifications and license types. You cannot see the drop-down menu, but if you have something you can put in your application, that can help your score. So let's see if we can find something. I have teaching related certification in, let's say, early childhood education. License certification, license number. I don't know what it is. I wasn't ready for that. In which state? So if you have certain credentials and licenses, please include them. But we're going to make these blank again, just to move past this section. But you get the idea. If you give an answer, then the effective date, suddenly there will be a red star there, so you have to answer. And also the expiration date if there is one. Professional development courses. Have you taken any professional development courses? And you need to attach a City-Parish transcript for courses completed before the end of 2018. We're going to skip this. But again, if you have something, it can help increase the score of your application. Equipment skills. Only complete this section if you're applying for heavy equipment operator, maintenance workers, or maintenance worker supervisor. So you have equipment skills, what kind of equipment, and so on. You get the idea. Especially if the job requires it. You want to be able to say, yes, you need me to drive a forklift? I've done it. All right. Now, this is where we put in a social security number, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a fake, randomly generated social security number. It does not belong to anybody, and please do not use it. Jane Public was born on July 4th, 1976. Don't have to specify. We're going to say female. Hispanic or Latino? No. And race. Unfortunately, it does not seem to give you the option of saying, I'd rather not say, but that's all right. How did we learn about this job? There's a whole bunch of different answers. You cannot see the drop-down menu, but they range from City-Parish website to social media, television, and I'm going to choose the City-Parish website. Ooh. It's an invalid social security number. Ah, this is a good chance to learn something. Notice that it has to be in this correct format. Number, dash, number, dash, number. So the number's okay, but I didn't do it in the correct format. 527-24-5013. And let's see if that goes through now. Yes, it does. There we go. References. Who can they call who can talk about how you are as a worker? I'm going to say I have a supervisor, Chris Smith. This is Chris Smith's phone number. And Jane Robinson was my supervisor at my second position, and this is her phone number. And you can add another. We will not. Application attachments. This is actually quite important and is required. Provide application documents such as diplomas, transcripts, licenses, certifications, course certificates, and so on. Proof of volunteer work. Wow. If you have your transcripts, and a lot of City-Parish jobs require that you have a bachelor's degree or you have a high school diploma, you need to demonstrate that with a computer file. It can be a scan or a photograph. Scan is good. And so what you do is you click on choose file, and this, I don't think you're going to see the list, but then you have to navigate to where that computer file is. It's in my Google Drive, personal Jane-Q public transcripts. Okay. This is actually my transcripts from Cornell University and from seminary. But that shows you how you do it. You click on Choose File, you click on the file, and Save. Conditions of employment statement. The general gist of which is all the information you have provided is correct, and you are authorizing them to do checks on your work history and your background. Review application. This is an important last step before you submit. You scroll down through, this is all the information that we've provided. Okay, name, address, phone number, my work history, make sure are the dates correct? Is the phone number correct? Are there any spelling mistakes? You do not want any spelling or punctuation errors on this application because it will be graded. About my education, Baton Rouge High. You know, let's improve that. So you click on change. And let's change that to Baton Rouge Magnet High School. Yeah, that's more correct. That's what we want. Click on Review Application. All right. Licenses, languages, certifications. Okay, everything looks good. Take the time to look over this because sometimes there are mistakes and you want to catch them. Is the Social Security number correct? Boy, that better be correct. Birthday? All right. Can they contact my references? The phone numbers are correct. Did I remember to attach my transcripts and certifications? All right. This is the last part where basically everything you are turning in is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge. And then you click on Submit Application, and then you have submitted your application for that position. I'm not going to click on this because this is a fictional person, but that's what you would do. And then you should get an email that says, hey, you applied for that City-Parish job opening. I hope this was helpful. I hope it shows you how to apply for a job with the City-Parish. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact us by phone or email. We'll see you later.